because
That's
Marco's just pitted in for fuel and gone on to a set of super softs.
Oh, that's not normal. By the way, I've started the stream on my YouTube.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, well, so we'll try and pick up a few minutes into qualifying. Yeah, this one makes sense, yeah. So, Vilsack's coming down the isn't straight then. The first one on a lap, so it'll be the first one to set the pace. It's quite a long lap, so that's going to limit how many runs in qualifying you can go. So it's almost like a one-shot qualifying in a way. You get like probably 2 laps.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. It definitely is, and it's going to be a longer lap for a Group 3 car than it is going to be for a Group 2 car. But I'm interested to see how people get on. Obviously now Spinorama have got a new livery for the start of the season.
Vilsack 54.8. I think the fastest I've seen I'd say at Vilsack though is about a 54.6. That's probably going to be the pace they're going to be aiming toward. The Group 3s are about 10 seconds slower than the Group 2s, so it's going to be, yeah, as you say, even longer. Martin going up into 3rd place ahead of his teammate Astro. Fifi's going to be the next one as someone hits the wall, and I think that was Resete who hit the wall. Fifi crosses the line, like it crossed the line with a 55.6% second. Tay going into the pits then. He's going to have to do another outlap. I think he did just hit the wall on the final corner and clearly abandoned that lap. Tracy's also in and has abandoned on his lap. Grim sets a lap as well with a 58.5. So Fifi currently slowest and Vilsack currently on provisional pole. I think Rubs is the next driver that is on a lap. Robert's just going out the pits and Marco's back in the pits again. So yeah, I believe Rubs is the next person who's on a lap, but Tay's going to have to get a move on because he's got 4 or 5 minutes. So he's got 4 minutes, or just like 4 minutes and 40 seconds to do an outlap and then a flying lap, and he's currently revving out first gear to try and burn as much fuel as possible. So Tim might just get the 1 lap for qualifying here. But
sometimes it's just the 1 lap that you need. You know, he's on an out lap, so there's still plenty of time with there being 4 minutes 20 seconds left. He can get at least 2 laps in. At least 2 laps in.
Rubs, however, has gone up into 3rd, so a very good lap there from Rubs, only just ahead of Havoc. It's very close between them two.
There's a very, very small gap there. Vilsack's going to come in. He'll have time to do at least 2 laps, I reckon.
Ted does, like, he might be cutting it a little bit too close. He's definitely going to get at least 1 lap, but now slowly trundling along down the straight, trying to just burn as much fuel as possible. So he's got a lighter car for when he gets round to the lap. Fifi's actually carrying a bit of damage on the front end. He's got front aero damage and front suspension damage as well on both sides. He's coming into pit surely to place that and get his final lap sorted. Brim crosses the line, doesn't improve his position though with a 58.1.
I'm liking some of these liveries as well this year on the new cars. I'm going to keep an eye on Racer Tay because he is just about to come over the start-finish line now. So it'll be interesting to see if he can beat a 54.8.
I'm sure that's going to be the target. The problem with leaving it so that you've got such limited running is that if you make a mistake, that can be your qualifying over, as he does a little bit sideways in the entry into the first corner there. So not quite the ideal run for that. We'll see if that is going to be enough for him to be quite strong. In fact, Havoc, I've just noticed, is on the front row between Vilsack and White. So Havoc really looks to have some decent pace on there. Tay crosses the Spectre split. He's not purple.
He's not purple yet. There's a few people without times at the minute. I'm noticing. I think Fifi's the last one with a time on a 2 minutes 2.
Yep,
everyone from
Resta, AJ, Robert and Marco, yeah.
Yeah, they're without a time, so they're pushing it incredibly fine for a lap, although Tay now, who's on a lap, he's got time for 2 laps. This lap and next lap.
Havoc's in, so I don't think Havoc will be able to get round for an outlap, so that will be Havoc's last lap of the qualifying. Is Tay Purple here? I don't think
he is. Half a second.
So long as he doesn't ruin it in this final sector as he goes down the isn't straight, Astro improves on his time as well. But Havoc has done a phenomenal job at the moment, splitting 2 of the 3 Spinorama drivers. The 3rd Spinorama not quite put in a lap yet, but Spinorama going with a very different look to their traditional style of liveries with the red and black this season instead of the usual sort of bluey colour.
Yeah, it's a very interesting livery that they've got on this time round, Spinorama. Always a very interesting take on things that Tay does. He's about to come over the line now.
Across the line, and he does take hold by half a second. That is an absolutely rapid time.
That is tremendous. That is a tremendous time. I'm going to quickly skip down to Vilsec. See what he's up to. He's down. He's down by under a 1/10 on his personal best.
Marco improved to go quicker than Fifi, who is currently at the back. I'm not sure if Fifi's improving. We'll just watch as he goes across the sector to see if he's up on his time, the slowest current driver. And he is up by 1.4 seconds, so Fifi may still yet find position. Oh, and someone's had a big spin. It's Racer Tay heading onto the bridge, but luckily he spun after he set a rapid lap time, because if he'd have done that on the previous lap, he could have been kind of screwed. This should be the picked up damage, so. But he's lucky he managed to have a spin after he'd set a fast lap.
Vilsec improves by 2/10, so he's got the gap down. He came over the line with 3 seconds left.
So if he can go for it, we'll see if Vilsec, because I think Tay's qualifying's over, so 15.43 is Tay's best effort, and he's backed out into the pit lane, so Vilsec's got this final lap to push for pole position. Havoc's finished, Leica's coming up to the line now. Is it going to be enough to lock out the 1, 2, 3 Spinorama again? Yes, it is. They do get into the top 3 for Spinorama, and I see it very difficult that anyone.
Vilsec's up for sector.
Interesting then, pushing it to the limit for the pole position. We saw in the pre-season race that it was Spinorama who locked out the top 3 in the qualifying and the race. And Vilsec's up, not quite purple, but he is up. Fifi's also managed to improve his time at the end of qualifying. Here we go then. Is this going to be enough? Vilsec, as he heads round, needs to get an important run onto the isn't straight. You can see there's a car just in the distance. She's going to be coming up behind it. It looks like it's an auto-drive car that's finished the qualifying. He's up again, but I don't think he's not quite purple, but he's very close behind what Tay's done. Oh, breaking into the hairpin, one of probably the key overtaking spots on the track. Here we go, around this final sector, 2 tenths. He's lost a little bit of time there in that sector. These are high-speed corners, leads you out the penultimate corner and on to the final corner. Has Vilsec done enough on this lap to get pole position? I don't think he has, but anything can happen. Has he got the run here now? It's the run to the line. There isn't much more he can do to improve his time. And across the line, and he does improve, and within a 1/10 of Racer Tay's pole time.
I'm just gonna end this stream here.